Why are you protesting today?
Well, I got invited to come out. I worked down here I left around 1989, early 1990s, so I'm out here to just hopefully make an effect because, you know, I know what it's like to be kept here, and now it's like 10 times worse than when I was here. When I was here, you could pretty much get in and out of the gates. You had a security pass you could use to open the gates and lock the gates, and now they did away with all that. And, you know, at least we had a little free time. We lived off the base and could go shopping on the weekend, you know, when you had your little time off in the morning to do cleaning and stuff. Now everybody's stuck here on this side of the property. You can't get out. You got to go through a security gate to get out. It's like being in prison, basically, and it's not right. I mean, I don't know. I mean, from the days I was here, I thought it was the worst it could ever get, and I just see now that it's only gotten 10 times worse, so that's why I'm here today.
What does your sign say?
Well, it says end family disconnection. And I happen to know, since having been out for the last 18 years, I've heard so many stories of so many people who basically had children that have been in the Sea York who they found lost and they can't find them. I met someone named Aaron who was at a protest in Los Angeles that I moved from New York, who hasn't seen his son in 18 years. And I think that's bad. I think giving up family like that. You know, when I got out, I went back to my family in New York. I spent as much time as I could with my dad, and I'll never forget those days. That's important. Your family, your connections. Your family will look out for you. These people will not. Unfortunately, what happens here is when you become no longer useful to them, they either kick you out on the street with $500 in your pocket, or you just get sent off to die somewhere. And the last port captain here when I was here, before Muriel was here, was Sean Morrison. His wife had terminal cancer, and he was ordered to take her to her grandmother's house where she died sitting in front of a radiator. So these are some of the reasons why I would come out here and want to make my voice heard, because things like that shouldn't be allowed to happen in this country. It's beyond unbelievable, and yet it is happening. So that's kind of why I want to do it.
Why are you protesting today?
I'm protesting because these guys only pay their staff like something like 30 cents, 50 cents an hour, and they also have no gates anywhere that a staff member can just walk out of. If they need to go to a dentist or get medical care or see their parents, they have to go through a security guard, and that security guard can decide whether they leave this property or not. It took me 3 years to get out of here. 3 years being chased and tackled by guys trying to stop me leaving, and it was just ridiculous. And I think if someone wants to leave, it's like they get intimidated out of it and they can't just walk out. It's not fair.
Do you know anybody on this property right now?
Yeah, my twin sister lives here, she works here, and she refuses to speak to me or anybody in the family. And I don't even know if she's alive. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know if she's happy. She won't tell me anything. She hasn't personally told me why she's not speaking to me. I think they just don't give her my letters.
Why do you think she's not talking to you?
Well, like I said, I think they won't let her have my letters because I've been declared an SP. Okay, well, there's this thing called family disconnection that really suppress a person declared. So I've been declared a suppressive person, which means nobody here in this property is allowed to speak to me anymore, even though we worked together for like 17 years. So I'm protesting. Trying to get them to make some reforms, like actually make some gates that staff can get out of without going through a security guard. So, and give them like a post office box that they could put mail in, because right now their mail gets checked by the security guards.
All their mail is read, and the mail they put in and out is read by them. So, a lot of things that have been taken, a lot of civil rights. It's amazing. But that's what they do.
My sister still works there, and she won't answer my letters. doesn't talk to anybody in her family for 4 years.
Yeah, so her sister is here today working and living, and they will not let her come out and talk to her own sister.
There's no such thing as days off. There's no free time. There's no, I'm going to go to Starbucks and get a cup of coffee. None of that exists for these people. You work,
in fact, she takes
work,
care of that.
you
Oh,
work,
her house.
Oh, yeah?
I guess it's
It's sad. And hopefully we're going to try to change that. Take care.
Why are you here today?
I'm protesting the labor abuses of Scientology. The first time, after the first week, when I was working in Scientology for a 16 to 20-hour day, at the end of 7 days of that, my first payday was 60 cents.
60 cents.
60 cents.
Was that here at INT Base?
No, that was in Washington, D.C.
When was that?
This was in 1970.
What's the other side of your sign say?
Stop Scientology.
I'm here today to protest at the Church of Scientology International, the Religious Technology Center. Two issues that I want to talk about is I want them to end suppressive person declares. Suppressive persons are the church's enemies. I don't think a church needs to have an enemies list. I don't think they should use suppressive person declares to cut people off from their families. On this side of this sign, I talk about that policy. I want them to end disconnection of the disconnection policy that breaks up families. Disconnection can break up marriages. It can separate children from their parents. It can separate friends from other friends. Obviously, people have a right to talk to whoever they want, but a church doesn't need to have a policy or encourage people from cutting off contact with their family members.
This is basically the gate to the G units.
What are the G units?
They're basically celebrity housing, where celebrities stay and VIP guests.
Okay.
And they're really nice apartments, basically.
Okay.
And this is the gate that goes there. There's tennis courts. There's tennis court and a nice walking path. There's a little walking path in the back there. It's pretty nice.
So down here are like John Travolta, Tom Cruise might stay in these.
Tom Cruise definitely. He used to have an apartment here. I don't know if he still does. It's probably still there. They put a lot of money into it for him, so he would have the nicest apartment whenever he came to stay here. I don't know if John Travolta stays here or not. I actually never personally witnessed that. But
Right. Okay.
yeah.
So which? Like is it that building there?
Well, they're called G units because there's more than one unit. So there's like I think 3 of them. There's one unit there. There's another unit there. There's another unit over there. And they basically have the same layout of apartment. Some nicer than others. And the other side is where the tennis court is and the little walking park. But as you can see, there are no gates here that can be